What are what are some lessons you can learn from a game like this where it's kind of experimental? Steve's trying a bunch of different combinations out there.
Experimental or not, I still would like to win. But I think the biggest lesson is don't start off in a hole like we did tonight. In a game, maybe could have ended up a little bit differently, but it's hard to climb out of that hole.
What did you see from J.K. and Trace tonight in their minutes?
Some talented pros. Pros always being ready, doing whatever you ask them to do, and doing it at a high level on both sides of the ball.
I think you said on that Kuminga on that baseline drive dunk on Gobert, you told him go, just go.
Attack.
What were you seeing, with Gobert on him?
Attack. We need as many individuals attacking as we can. If you get in there and nobody helps, score. If you get in there and somebody helps, pass the ball to the open guy. And a lot of the times whenever you get into the paint, it's wide open to go in there and get a bucket.
Obviously, I mean, Kermit said it. It's obvious. It's so different without Steph. You have to kind of figure out a new formula. What is it you think? What could it be without Steph?
It's going to be a lot more attacking and hitting the open guy and attacking again. It's everybody knows it's difficult to recreate or even get close to doing what he does, but we're going to have to find a way. So we go to the tapes, talk about it, and execute it to the best of our abilities.
Steve said part of the plan tonight was not overtaxing you or Draymond. I think you finished it around 34 minutes. As this series shifts back, but it restarts quickly. How do you feel right now? And do you feel like it wasn't that much of a tax tonight?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I get to rest. We get to take a flight back, sleep in our own beds, get some recovery, dominoes, coffee, kids, doesn't change, and get ready to compete again.
Are you still feeling the fall?
Yeah, for sure. But believe it or not, domino, coffees, and kids make it all better.
Jimmy, you're always kind of assessing and figuring out things. As you were feeling out tonight without Steph, were there some things that you might figure out that's going to work to your advantage?
Be aggressive, maybe even a little bit more aggressive than normal. And I'm playing the same way. My guys is open, I'm passing it. I don't care what nobody says. And I'm a live and die with us as a unit, us as a whole.
Aggressive meaning you're looking to score more?
No. Aggressive, like get in the paint, make plays for everybody. I feel like whenever I'm doing that, it makes everybody else's job easier. They know when to shoot the ball on catch and shoots. They know when to play out of closeouts. When I'm in attack mode, it automatically places them in attack mode.
Jimmy, when you missed the game against Houston, you were a very active participant on the bench and kind of another coach. Did you see that from Steph? What did you see from Steph?
Yeah, talking the game, what he sees, what we should be doing on both sides of the ball. And even though he's not out there, he still expects us and wants us to win. So as often as he's telling us, hey, this guy needs to be here, and on defense, this is what everybody needs to be doing, we got to listen because he's seeing it, firsthand, a lot of stuff that everybody else can't see. So he's definitely still out there on the bench with us.
Jimmy, I know you don't pay much attention to what's out there, but just so you can know, everybody's expecting this massive thing, this reputation of playoff Jimmy. What is that like living under that burden or expectation?
I don't have a burden or expectation. I don't. I play basketball the right way. I will continue to play basketball the right way. If that time comes where, you're people that are saying whatever, supposed to score 40 or 43, whatever the case may be, I'm capable of it. I can do it. But I love making sure that my guys are comfortable, passing the ball to them, taking the right shots at the right time. But we'll talk about it. If that may be needed, who knows?
Jimmy, what did you see on the play where Draymond got the technical, and you obviously heard what he said in the locker room? He's at 5 technicals now, and 7 is a suspension. Is that something you're concerned about?
No, I think he knows. We all know. I thought he got fouled, and maybe he's trying to sell the call. Somebody got hit, but it's crazy. Every time he does something, it's always a review, and it always ends up being something of that nature. But like you said, he got 5. He knows he got 5, so he knows how much we need him now more than ever. So I don't think he gets a 7.
He very clearly thinks his reputation, is costing him.
For sure.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm in agreement. It ain't like he's doing it on purpose. He's trying to sell a call or something like that, and somebody just get hit.
Jimmy, you mentioned you might have to be more assertive. It did seem like some of your best offense tonight was you kind of as the creator, the playmaker. Could you sense that? And maybe that has to be a little bit more of a path forward with you taking more initiative to set up others?
Yeah, for sure. Get the ball, attack. But like I said, it's not always about scoring. Whenever I attack and create help and get the ball to the right people, they know what to do with the ball. I think that's most important. Somebody closing out, you get to shoot it, or you get to drive that closeout. If I'm not getting into the paint, I think it confuses my guys more than anything.
We've all seen the stats with you and JK. The minutes weren't real good, but you mentioned attacking. What would it be work with 2 attackers? You mentioned Kuminga can do that. How might that benefit this team?
I mean, he's a great basketball player. I can play with anybody. He can play with anybody. It's all about playing basketball the right way. That's all it is. Attack to score, attack to pass. You just make the right play over and over and over again every single time, no matter who you're out there with. Just play basketball the right way, and me and JK could thrive, can and will thrive together on the basketball floor.
Jimmy, one more Draymond question. He's obviously been so good the last couple of games, and I know he's essential to this team anyway, but how is that magnified with Steph out? I mean, people talk about the offensive burden on you, but Draymond's been playing with Steph forever, obviously.
He'll be all right. We all miss Steph, not just Dre. And Dre's going to continue to do what he does on the offensive side of the ball, shoot the ball when he's open, get the ball where the ball needs to go, set incredible screens. And, of course, he's going to do what he does on the defensive side of the ball, challenge shots at the rim, tell everybody their coverage, let everybody know what's going to go on. Not too much changes. If anything, he's going to step it up a notch. He's being incredibly vocal, more vocal than normal, and he has to be because we don't have our number 1 guy out there. But he knows how important he is. It's not going to change for him either.
Do you feel Steve was pretty honest, and Draymond was too, about how he lost his poise in Game 6, and obviously came back and kept it the last 2 games? And given what happened tonight, do you feel any need as a fellow veteran to remind him or reinforce what needs to be done?
He's a grown man. He knows how important he is to this squad, how important every game is, and how important it is that he needs to be out there. So you don't need to tell him nothing. He's very capable, and he's very observant of that. He knows.
Great, thank you.
Yep.